What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video here on my channel, the second one speaking in English. We're gonna be talking about the balance update that was released. Now it is 2 days ago, and since I'm part of the balance team too, I can explain a little bit more about our visions, why we did the changes that we did. Like, some people question me, oh, why are you buffing some characters with more than 50% win rate and stuff? So I'll try to explain and talk a little bit more about the characters that were changed in this update. So uh, what would I say? Let's start. mm, we have the letter reset too, so people are already rushing like crazy. This is my bro Cloud Prince. He's rushing to be Hokage this season. He's playing he's playing non-stop, basically like sleeping and playing NA. Okay. Let's go for the balance. Dark released like a sneak peek of the balance, so we knew this part, that only Edo Tensei Nagato was gonna be nerfed, and then there were some boosts to other characters. So let's get right into that. uh, Edo Tensei Nagato, we had a few ways to nerf him. Like, we could remove his life steal from skill 1 or the second skill, Preta Path, but when we nerf a character, we always try to like take some of the power but still keep him viable. We don't wanna over nerf the characters as we did in the past. We made some mistakes in that department, because when you over nerf the character, he's just gonna be dead. Like, nobody is gonna be playing the character, and then he will become a future problem because we're gonna have to change him again. And the goal is like to change the characters uh, as least as possible, like trying to find a balance, like thinking about tier lists, making him sit in like A tier or B tier at lowest, never C or D, like completely unviable for ladder. So we try to hit that sweet spot. And with Nagato, the thing that I actually like talked about on my Portuguese video, the most oppressive thing that he did was steal a taijutsu or ninjutsu. It was actually insane, and sometimes you would go first and start with a bloodline, so you steal 1 chakra from your opponent, and then he starts with 2, and you came back with 4, and with the Rock Lee and Mifune team, it was actually insane. You already put the character like with 20 HP while being stunned, It was actually insane. And going second, it was still very oppressive, because you would steal a chakra, and then your opponent will have, he starts with 1, and then you steal 1, he will have 3 on the back, and you will have 6 because you wasted 1 to get 1. Yeah, so it was, man, it was insane advantage. So we went for that route. Now, instead of stealing the chakra, he removes. It is still a very, very powerful skill, really good, but you won't have that +1, You're wasting 1 chakra to remove 1 from your opponent, so it's like a 0. Before, it was a +1, waste 1, remove 1 from him, and get 1 more. So, man, it was like so it was so bad to play against Nagato when he used this skill. It's like, oh my god, man, there's nothing I can do. And you lose normally a key chakra on your team. Taijutsu or ninjutsu are like the very powerful effects that you normally want to do. So, man, it was an uphill battle to play against Edo Tensei Nagato, and everybody was using him. So he was like appearing like in a lot of matches, like at least 5 out of 10, 7 out of 10, I don't know, depends on your level too. But man, it was so hard to play against him. Now I think it will be a little more bearable. He's still a very good character. I would for sure still try him, use him on some teams, but together with that, we buffed a lot of Genjutsu characters. So you will see a lot of Genjutsu users being buffed in this balance. so they can try and compete with Nagato for that spot. So we try to achieve with that some more variety, some more diversity on the ladder, on the characters that I use, the teams that I used, something like that. So yeah, let's continue. The second one, or the first one to get a buff is Minato. Not the Yondaime Minato, the classic Minato, let's say. Uh, he was in a bad spot because of one of the problems that I talked about earlier. We over nerfed him. It was really bad, really bad to use Hirashin marking paying one random chakra. It was like, man, when I played him, like to the missions and stuff, I was like, man, I really don't wanna use this skill like ever. Only like some specific situations that I will explain about the power of this skill. There are like some secret interactions that you can do with this skill. I made a Portuguese video talking about that, but if you guys want, leave a comment that I can do like some English video talking about hidden mechanics that probably you don't know, that you can like use to your advantage. But let's go back to this skill. Like, man, paying one random chakra is like, oh, it's so bad. It's like, man, I don't ever want to do that. Normally, you want to try to save for the ninjutsu one that was very powerful, still is very powerful, and do the combo like AoE damage, making your team invulnerable and everything. But we had to give him a little bit more of utility. And this skill is insane utility. So now it has no chakra cost. It's no cost and 0 cooldown. So at least within you can keep like marking people on the field if you don't get a genjutsu or ninjutsu. It's a very good, like you always play with him. And then to compensate a little bit over that, Hirashin Kunai Scatter now has a 3 cooldown. So with the pace of the game today, you probably will use this skill only once per game. So you have to really think about like, okay, does it make sense to use this skill right now? Because if it doesn't, it's the only time in the game that I will like mark everybody and then give the insane powerful like single target AoE damage and other stuff. So now you have to think a little bit more. But this skill is insane. It has an instant cashback. So you pay a ninjutsu and then you gain a random chakra and mark everyone, and then man, it's a it's an insane powerful skill. So we had to take a little bit from him because we know that this is a very important, like, man, there's so many stuff that you can do. And then talking a little bit about this skill, like some interactions that maybe people don't know. There are 2 main ones. The first one is with AoE damage. So let's say you have a 10-10 on your team, right? And then you have Minato too. The enemy, to not get hit with the AoE on the 3 characters of his, normally he will try to like go invul one turn and then go invul with the other one turn to like don't take the full AoE damage. But there is an interaction that Minato can do that will give you a lot of advantage. If he goes invul with one character and then you try to hit the AoE damage with 10-10, when you try to click, the character that is invul, he will not be targetable, he will not be clickable, you know? You only click on 2 of the enemies, alright? But with Minato, there is a skill that makes you unable to go invulnerable, but it also ignores invulnerability. So you can target someone that is invul, and with this effect, he won't be able to be invul, you know? So let's just explain a little bit like the QE. If you have a single target skill, you won't be able to click on him because for now, this turn he is invulnerable. You can't click him. But with AoE character, it is coded that it will always try to hit every opponent on the enemy team. Even though you're clicking on only 2, it will always try to hit 3, everyone. So when you use this skill and like pulls it to the beginning of the QE, the beginning of the order, it will ignore invul, so he can't become invul, and even though you click on our 2 characters, the AoE will hit the 3 of them. So yeah, that is a very good interaction. That's why I think he works very well on some AoE teams. The other one is with action skills. He was used in the past with characters that steal chakra, like Yoroi and Hashirama, and both of them have a skill that steals chakra for multiple turns, more than one turn. It is an action skill. So the classic ones like the Yoroi steal, right? So you use his steal on someone, and normally if they don't have a stun, they will try to go invul. So you can't steal life, but mainly steal the chakra from him. With this skill, you can do basically the same thing. You use this skill, pull it first on the QE, and then he won't be able to be invulnerable, and then your life steal and your chakra steal will pass. With Hashirama too, because he steals for 2 turns, maybe 3 if he has the settlement stuff. So yeah, it's a very powerful effect. Not even talking about like giving 5 points of damage reduction to your allies, which can be clutch, and then when you attack they become invul. On the enemy he takes, 10 more piercing damage. It's a very clutch skill. It's a very good skill, and I hope to see Minato a little bit more in ladder. For sure I will be testing some things with him. Him and Orochimaru is an old combo too. Very a lot of chakra generation with kunai scatter and the bite from Orochimaru. So yeah, I think he's gonna appear, and he is a genjutsu user to compete with Nagato. Talking more about that, we have Mangekyo Sasuke, that is also a genjutsu user. We decided to give him a buff on his stun first, dark genjutsu, instead of stunning physical and melee, which is a very medium, like medium classes stun. Now he stuns physical and chakra. One of the most powerful stuns in the game. So Dark Genjutsu is insane. 25 piercing damage for one Genjutsu stunning physical and chakra is absurd. And Entona Materazu was a skill that we felt that sometimes you didn't even use this skill. It was very like you only used his Dark Genjutsu and the AoE affliction. You almost never use this skill, so we decided to give it a buff. The first one is that he gets 15 points of destructible defense, which is a decent buff. It makes some difference. And then this one, we were kind of divided. I think it was a little bit too much, but some people on Balance Team thinks, oh, he needs this buff. So yeah, we divided some opinions on that, but now he can use this skill on any ally, not just himself. So it's actually insane to like stop some rushes, like he's trying to focus one character and then put this, and then you are questioning your opponent like, okay bro, do you wanna finish this guy and take the 5 permanent affliction, or are you gonna like break and stop, you know? So yeah, this skill is gonna be insane. Or you can use with some characters that take time to set up, and normally your opponent will try to kill first, but then you put this and take, okay, do you wanna take the 5 affliction? So yeah, it's a very powerful skill now too. It's man, Mangekyo Sasuke is very good, another Genjutsu user. Talking more about Genjutsu users, we have Edo Tensei Pakura. We're basically reverting her or some points. Now the AoE, the one Genjutsu AoE, instead of buffing both of her skills with 5 additional damage, it will only buff the first one, but it will be back to 10 additional damage. So you will do 30 of affliction damage with one bloodline when you have this skill active. And the conditional effect, that is like when your opponent uses a offensive skill, harmful skill, now he will take the damage even if she's stunned. It's now instant. So even if she's stunned, he will take the damage. So yeah, another Genjutsu user to compete with this spot. It will be like the theme of this balance update. To compensate a little bit this affliction frenzy that we could have, we buffed Kankuro Shippuden too. So now Karasu Knives lost 5 damage, 5 normal damage. It still does like now 15 plus 10 affliction on the next turn, but the chakra cost was lowered to 1 random. Man, this makes him feel so much better to play. It was like, man, so bad to pay like 2 random to do 20 and then 10 next turn, normal damage, not even piercing. Like, man, it was bad. I really like this character, and now I think I will be able to play more with him. Kankuro is so good, and his Sanshuo shield is now classed as instant instead of action. So even when you stun him, the damage reduction will still be applied, and your team will still be invulnerable to affliction damage. Now we have the I, the normal I, not the other, like the Edo Tensei I, the previous Raikage. This character, probably we are gonna be reworking him in the future. But for now, we wanted to help him to appear a little bit more, have a little bit more potential. So his setup skill, that was 1 ninjutsu, now costs 1 random, and it's actually pretty good. He gets like what? He hits for 20 more damage, get like 15 points of damage reduction, and every time you use it, it gives 5 more damage reduction and damage, and then he hits like a truck, like a taijutsu in a random. He hits for 50, and then nerfs your damage for 10, non-affliction damage 10 for a turn, and then at the next turn you get stun and physical chakra. Like, man, he hits like a truck now, and it's even more consistent because now he only pays taijutsu to hit and random to setup. So yeah, maybe this character will appear. I don't know. I have some ideas with him. Let's see if it works. Then we have Orochimaru. That is a character that, man, I really I really hated to use him. I hated facing him because Manda is so oppressive, but when I used him, I always felt I had one less skill. I almost never used Kusanagi. I don't know, man, it was so bad, like paying 1 taijutsu, 1 bloodlight for 35 normal damage, removing one genjutsu or bloodline. Okay, it was good against Nagato, but it's not the best drain in the world, the best remove in the world, so yeah, it was rough. I always felt like, okay, I have the bite on first turn, and then Manda, and then I have one less character. I would just have to sit here because it wasn't worth it. And it was very inconsistent because you needed like 2 specific chakra to hit. So now he deals less damage, only 25, but now it costs 1 taijutsu and 1 random chakra. So yeah, it's so much better now. You can play with him besides only the bite and Manda, and I think he has some very good potential to appear. Even with Minato, it's a very good duo that already proved themselves in the past, and I think now they are even better with the changes. So Orochimaru maybe is gonna appear somewhere. Oh, but he has a very good win rate. Yeah, but most of that was carried by Edo Tensei Nagato. Edo Tensei Nagato and Preta and the team with like so many removal. I don't think this was his true win rate. So yeah, let's observe how he does. If it is a little bit too much, a little bit too excessive, then we can change him back. But I think this way he stays in a perfect way. We have Shinobi Alliance Kakashi too. It was a character that I think we over-nerfed, and now we are compensating him a little bit. The finishing Raikiri, that is the second version of the Haikiri, now deals 5 more damage, so 35 piercing. And the first version, like the Lightning Beast Fang, now it will have like the best stun in the game that isn't a full stun. It stuns all non-helpful mental skills instead of physical chakra. So you can think like that. It stuns full, like for physical chakra and mental harmful. So the only skills your opponent can use is helpful mental skills that are very rare. Maybe like some invuls are mental, okay, he can use that. And some counters, self-counters, that is mental. So yeah, he's gonna be so good. I think he's gonna appear in Ladder 2. He's in a very good spot now. Just remember that with this skill, you have to do damage to the opponent to it work. So if he has like 30 destructible defense and you hit with this skill for 25, you aren't reaching his life, so you aren't stunning the opponent. And then we have Susanoo Itachi, a shard that like gave some problems when he was released, but now he was in a weak spot, I think. Another Genjutsu user to compete for the spot with everybody on this patch. Now his preparation, like Susanoo activation, has no cost. So when you go first with him, it isn't like that bad feeling like, oh man, I have to pay my only chakra just to set up him, just so I can use the character, because it doesn't work if he isn't set up. So yeah, when you go first, you just pay no chakra, set up him, take the affliction, gain the destructible defense, and then you start playing. So yeah, He's already appearing in the place of Edo Tensei Nagato with Rock Lee and Mifune, since his offensive skill is melee, so it combos very well with them. It's a very cheap team. Everybody hits like with 1 chakra or maybe 2, and then you start rushing your opponent and remove chakra too. So yeah, he's like a budget Edo Tensei Nagato, different, but yeah, it can work. Then we have Maki. We just buffed a little bit her second skill, the cloth ceiling. It stuns physical and chakra. Now it also ignores invulnerability. We wanted to make this skill like more like an absolute counter, like, oh, he's gonna do something absurd on the next turn, very powerful, and then I really need to stun this character even if he's protected. So now she can ignore Zinvo and basically guarantee your safety that you're not gonna take a very powerful skill on the next turn. So yeah, she's a very good stunner, very good option for stunner. I think she fights even more now with Ino as like the Genjutsu stunner, because she has the option to stun with ninjutsu too, so it's a little bit more consistent. So yeah, I really like her. And the physical chakra stun, sometimes it's even better than harmful skills, because you stun his invul, his healing, his counter maybe. So yeah, I really like the physical chakra stun. It's a very powerful stun in the game. Talking about physical chakra, we have Sennin Naruto. We changed the classes of his stun. It was stunning physical and ranged. Now it stuns physical and chakra. So yeah, another good stun in the game. He still has like some damage problems maybe. The skill is still dealing 20. We'll see if we have to buff to 25 or maybe Rasen Shuriken to 50. We'll see what we do with him, but with this change, he's already a better character than he was before, even though like, oh, he has more than 50% win rate. So yeah, but he wasn't playing as much and it wasn't like very impactful, so we are gonna try to bring him back. Talking about bringing back, we have Shinobi Alliance Naruto. In Brazil, we call him Yellow Naruto. So yeah, Yellow Naruto. His first skill was in a very strange spot, like dealing 20 and 20. For 2 random, it was okay, but normally with him, you want to try to rush a target, you know, like rush one guy and try to kill him. So now we changed to 30 damage on the main target and then 10 to a random enemy. So this way he has more ways to like focus one character down and try to kill. The alternative version of this skill does like for 1 ninjutsu, 1 random, 40 damage. So now you have 30 plus 40 and then someone on your team can help to finish. So yeah, this skill is very good right now, and he's already appearing on some later games. So yeah, very powerful character, Shinobi Alliance Naruto. And then we have Itachi, the last buff on this balance update. Itachi, now we buffed his Tsukuyomi, so now there's no way that you can cancel this skill. Before, if ally like touched you, did anything to you, like a healing, a buff or anything, you will break his Genjutsu. Now you will be stunned harmful for 3 turns because it is instant skill. So yeah, Itachi has some potential to appear too. It's a character that I like very much, and for sure I will try to test some things with him when I have the time, because lately it's complicated. But yeah, Itachi is another Genjutsu user. He's a main like ninjutsu with Amaterasu, but he is a Genjutsu user too. So yeah, this was the balance update. Please leave in the comments down below what are your thoughts about this update. If you have like some feedback, I'm always reading and answering every comment. So please feel free to like say, oh, this change I like, this change I don't think made much sense, this one I didn't like and stuff. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I just have a small final announcement before I end the video. Let me just pause and return and resume with the screen, so I don't have to keep like searching the screen here. Just a moment. Okay, we are back. So let's talk about this final topic. Recently, I joined the clan. I joined the clan Makagami, which the clan leader is Slifer. He's such a bro, you know. He's such a nice guy. He's like very, I don't know how to say, like, I don't know how to say in English this, but like, he's a very good guy, such an amazing person. And then I joined his clan. It was formed recently, so I wanna invite every one of you that wanna join this clan. We don't have any requirements, oh, high level, high streak. We wanna help as much player as we can to improve in the game. So we always talk in the official Discord of the clan. So if you wanna join, please leave a comment below or enter the official Naruto Arena Discord and call the bro Slifer, and then he will invite you to our server. He's an amazing artist, you know. He made this background for me. He made this avatar. Like, he's insane, bro. Like, I never had a so pretty background before. So yeah, he does a very good job at that. I'm gonna play a quick game right here just to show the in-game background too. It's so beautiful, man. So yeah, if you want to improve at the game, if you love to talk about Naruto Arena as we do, please feel free to join our clan. I will try to help as much people. I want to try to focus a little bit more now on the international community, the English-speaking communities, to help you guys discover better ways. So yeah, this is the in-game background. Let's pass to show. It is very beautiful, man. It's insane, like the GIF, like, oh my god, man, it's insane. So yeah, if you wanna have fire backgrounds too, please join our clan. And let's talk more about Naruto Arena. Let's improve in the game. Let's discover some hidden mechanics, you know. Everybody is welcome. We hope to build and grow this family and make more friendships around the world. You know, maybe sometimes in the future, like, hang out together on some country, I don't know. But yeah, that's my official invite to all of you guys. So if you wanna join, please comment down below, and every one of you will be very much welcome. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. See you guys on the next one, and leave a comment with any opinion or anything you wanna talk about. See you guys later.